My name is Brian Reef. I live in Ontario, Canada. I'm married to my best friend Lisa, and we have 5 children together. My story starts back in September 19th, 1980. I had a bad work accident and I lost the tops of all 4 fingers on my right hand. I had 19 surgeries on my hand to try and alleviate the pain and nerve damage. And of course, along with the surgeries came prescription drugs to kill the pain. In the summer of 2001, the doctors decided that there was nothing further that they could do and didn't want to try any further treatments, and so that left me with a lifetime ahead of prescription painkillers. Because of the type of painkillers they had me on, I quickly found myself addicted to these. I was taking Demerol, Oxycontin, and Percocets. The dangerous thing with drugs like that, though, is because you do build up a tolerance to them, you don't get the same effect anymore, pain relief or the euphoria. So I started mixing alcohol with it as well, too, which was really like playing Russian roulette. So when there was nothing more that the doctors could do, it left me feeling helpless and hopeless. And although I was a born-again Christian since 1987, I wondered where God was in all of this. I wasn't able to serve Him fully. I was living this double life, a life of lies. I was making secret doctor's appointments and hiding pills everywhere. One of the scariest things that I always worried about was running out of pills over a weekend. That became my main focus. I was going to church stoned. I was living my life as a husband and as a father and even as a granddad stoned. I kept wondering why God wasn't doing something in my life, and yet He was. It was me that wasn't. So this struggle was going on inside me, between me and God all the time, and when God spoke loudly, I could simply drown Him out with a couple more pills. Thankfully, He loved me so much that He didn't give up on me, and He kept calling me. And on May 16th of 2004, He called me really for the last time. That might have been my last call, I don't know, but He called me that day, and He broke me, and He brought me to my knees, and I confessed to my wife, to my pastor, and to all the elders of our church, and then in turn to my doctor and pharmacist that I was having a problem with these pills. So I went through about 3 weeks of very severe and painful withdrawals against the doctor's orders. They wanted to taper me off of them slowly, but I decided that no, we would do it this way, and God would get us through this. So during the first week, particularly, I would wake up in the middle of the night with tremors and shakes and nightmares, and my wife Lisa would be wrapped around me, just holding me tight. And I saw that very clearly as a picture of God's arms wrapped around me and just loving me through it. And since that day, I've had not one single pill, not one drop of alcohol. And if that wasn't good enough on its own, God has totally taken away the pain that I experienced in my hands. And what 19 surgeries over 21 years couldn't do, He did in the twinkling of an eye. Now, I don't know why He chose to heal me. I used to think it was just because it would be for a few months to get me through the addiction process. But every day I wake up in the morning that I don't have pain, I thank Him for that. And I don't know if He'll grant me the rest of my life pain-free, but I am so thankful for what He has given me in Jesus Christ. I know that I'm His child. I know that I'm serving Him now with all my heart, and I've learned to love my wife. I thought I loved her before. I wasn't loving her at all. Now, with a clear conscience and with a heart filled with Him and with His love, now I know what it's really like to love her. So because of my accident, I received and continue to receive a pension monthly. Well, every year for the past 25 years, I've had to go down to Toronto for a pension reassessment. Well, this past year, I had the privilege of going down to Toronto and sharing with the doctor that I was totally pain-free and that I had been totally off of the drugs. The doctor's jaw just about hit the table, and we were together for almost 3 hours. He said it was one of the longest appointments he's ever had because he couldn't believe it, and he kept doing strength tests. My hand has increased 300% in strength from the previous year, and I shared with him that I was totally off the painkillers, and he asked how that had gone, and which hospital I had gone into to get weaned off them. Told him we had done that cold turkey through the strength of Jesus Christ. So this isn't just something that God has done. This is a medical doctor who was absolutely blown away by this. He wrote a letter back to my pastor, and in the letter, Dr. Dijon from WSIB in Toronto states, "Today, in my office, I have witnessed a true miracle of God." And I remember him saying that doctors treat, but only God can truly heal. And that's exactly what he did.
If you would like to learn more about finding freedom from the chains of addiction, please go to www.settingcaptivesfree.com and enroll in one of our free courses. You will be assigned a mentor to walk you through the 60-day interactive Bible study course. Your mentor will offer hope, encouragement, and guidance because they, just like the people in this video, have been set free from their prison cells through the power of the Word, the blood of Jesus, and the grace of God.